Good afternoon, Big Blue Nation! This is Lee with That Kentucky Basketball Chick coming to you from my parents' house on this beautiful Wednesday, February 26, 2025. Here, I don't know where you guys are, but here in Western Kentucky, it is absolutely beautiful. It is around 70 degrees. And it's sunny for the most part. Look, there's clouds coming in. I think we do have a chance of rain. But comparing that to where we were this time last week, we had like 6 inches of snow on the ground. It was freezing. So spring is on its way, which also means March Madness is like 3 weeks away. The SEC tournament starts 2 weeks from today, and in fact, it is 1:45 my time. We will be in the first game as we speak in 2 weeks. So I'm excited. It's going to be amazing. Before we can get to the SEC tournament and the big dance, we have a game tonight. Kentucky is taking on the Oklahoma Sooners in Oklahoma. They are in Stillwater, and it looks like some good news. The injury report came out last night. I was actually over here at my parents' house watching some SEC basketball, watching Georgia actually beat Florida. Seeing the injury report come out that Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson are probable. That means there's a 75% chance that they will play. So I am excited. We need to win this game to keep that, top 4 seeding in the NCAA tournament. It will also, I think it would help us with our seeding for the SEC tournament. I think it would hurt us if we lost. So that's very encouraging news. I am just really hopeful that if they do get to play, that it is a good game and that they don't re-injure themselves. That's the whole thing I'm worried about, because Jackson Robinson re-injured himself, and so did Lamont Butler, and we need them for the Auburn game, and we also need them from the SEC tournament and then the NCAA tournament. We're in the NCAA tournament, I think, no matter what happens. And we're in the SEC tournament as well. It's just, where are we going to be seated? I would like to see us get that first bye. We need that first bye. It would be amazing if we got that second bye. I don't know if it could be done at this point. I think a lot of those top seeded teams would have to really, they would have to crumble a little bit. But very encouraging news. This is actually where Owe went before he transferred to Kentucky. So it's going to be interesting to see, him playing against his former team. Owe has got to have a good game tonight as well. They have to have a good game. It's just one of those things where, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, this game against Alabama, if he would have gone through and, if he had at least, 10 to 15 points, the game would have been different, in my opinion. Not that the Alabama game was a complete disappointment. It was disappointing, but it wasn't a complete disappointment, because, we held our own there for a while. We led them by 12 points in the first half, and then we subbed in, and then the lead started, going down. But if he had a better game and hadn't fouled out and only gotten 2 points, I think it would have been a little bit closer. Him playing against his old team, I think it'll be fun. I think he'll have a good game. He's used to playing in that gym, so, And then, hopefully Lamont and Jackson, if they get to play, they'll have good games. Travis Perry, I was listening to KSR this morning, or before I started this, and some of them are believing that he'll still start tonight, and then Lamont and Jackson will kind of be the second string, which that would be kind of interesting to see how that goes, because right now our second batch of guys coming off the bench, there's a big difference. With them back, we may have a deeper bench than we have had in the past 2 or 3 weeks, which that would be amazing to kind of keep the momentum going. Noah, Trent Noah, I want to see him come out and have, just shoot the lights out like we know he can. Ansley Almanor, same thing. Get those threes. Andrew Carr, he is, I think, as close to 100% as we're going to see him, which means to me, he is playing like he did before his back injuries, which is awesome because he can really draw some points in the paint when we need them. Amari Williams, he's got to continue playing like the 7 foot, 262 pound big that he is. I will say it's interesting with the science of how Mark Pope analyzes everything, because everybody, including myself, thinks he needs to be playing more minutes. He averages, I think they said, between 22 and 26 minutes. But according to the analytics and the numbers, Amari Williams, when he plays more on that 26 plus side, he actually is not at his full potential, and he actually starts performing down on a downward trajectory. So, and I don't know. It's just when you have a roster the way that we've had in the last couple weeks, I would have liked to see him play more, because I feel like we are better when he is on the court versus Brandon Garrison. So, it's just interesting how Mark Pope does that. It really is. And from what I understand, he's sticking to it. He's not going to test to see if Amari can perform and play more minutes. I think he needs to be playing about 32 to 35 minutes, in my opinion. But if he starts trending downward, then maybe not. Maybe not. Again, that's why I'm not the coach. That's why Mark Pope has that job. We talked about Oweh. We talked about Perry. We talked about Noah, Ansley. Brandon Garrison, when he comes in, he just needs to keep everything steady and really rein in how he plays, because I feel like he just makes some really interesting calls, like passing the ball or going in and just missing the layup. So I think when he's in versus Amari, he just needs to play consistently and clean and get the job done. Kobe Brea needs to hit 4 to 6 threes, in my opinion, every game. So hopefully we can get, he did great against Bama. He did great. He got I think he got 4 or 5 threes. No, he got 3. He was on track. And he did what he needed to do. And it was getting to the point with these games, especially without Lamont and Jackson, that if he was not shooting the ball, and he wasn't taking down those threes, we weren't gonna win. So I think he needs to make anywhere from 4 to 6 threes, more if he wants. I mean, that'd be great if he could. It's gonna be a good game, though. I really do think it's gonna be a good game. Oh, Colin Chandler. Didn't talk about Colin Chandler. He needs to keep being the defensive guard that he is, because I mean, he is one of the players that all of a sudden started playing confidently, and I honestly think that switch was at the Vandy game, the game my dad and I were at, because a lot of times you would see him come in and you're like, oh no, why is he in? Why is he in? He actually was starting to play like a college player. He's still got a lot to learn, still has a lot to improve, but defensively he will go and hustle and get the ball, which is what we need. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good game tonight. The game starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm in Western Kentucky, so we'll be watching it over here at Mom and Dad's house at 8 o'clock. Got my blue on. My son's got his blue on. We'll turn the TV on and he'll go Cats. So he'll be ready to cheer them on. Hopefully we don't have an official stare down Mark Pope again. That was an interesting that was just interesting how that happened. I don't think that should ever happen in a game, because he literally stopped the game to go stare him down. So it was not very good in my opinion. And Mark Pope's not the type to scream at a ref. So it felt like he was baiting him. Hopefully we have a good officiating crew. We always have good officiating crew. There's some we know that are a little bit unbiased when it comes to Kentucky, but that's okay. You're going to get that everywhere. So I'm excited. Let's get another win. 2 weeks till the SEC tournament, 3 weeks until the NCAA tournament. After this game, Saturday, we got a big one at home. We will be playing Auburn. I think we have, if Lamont and Jackson are playing, I think we have a good chance to we could win that game. It's at home. It will definitely be interesting to see that game. But who knows? It'd be awesome if we won it. It would really, really be cool. I'm predicting a win for the Cats tonight. I think the score is going to be 82-74. That's what I think it's going to be. 82-74. Cats taking the W back to Lexington. So we'll see what happens. Go Cats!